Yo, what up? What up? Good morning, GMG. Monday. Ooh, baby, Monday, June 9th, 2025. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-hosts in the house. Tyler, Mando. Good morning. Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Good morning, brother. How are you?
Fantastic-ish. You know, I'm fucking hurting.
You're looking a little red.
Shut up. I'm in pain. I went to the gym real quick right now, and I had barely time to eat before the show, so I hadn't had to put my cream on. So I might put some cream on my face and my body while you guys talk about the market today. I'm burning. Dude, that was like a rug pull sort of thing. Like I was not expecting this to hit like that.
Rugged by the sun. Canada man goes to the beach for the first time.
Dude, I got used to this is like my first like beach session since Ibiza last summer. So you gotta know that, you know, like I haven't gotten much sun. Actually, in Dubai, I was inside all day long because I was so busy. So I didn't really get sun until since last beginning of August, lads. So I'm in pain. Anyways, SPF. This is gonna be my new token or something. SPF 770. You know, put some SPF 70 if you're planning on having a Euro summer, everyone, because the sun is hitting over here, and it's tricky. It's tricky. You think the wind's gonna make you cool, but the sun is hitting. Anyways, Tyler, how you doing today?
I'm good. We went to the beach yesterday as well. Didn't get quite as sunburned as you did, luckily for us. And then I woke up this morning and Bitcoin was over 107K. So like a nice little week here in front of us.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, the craziest part is my face is the least red part of my body right now. So, and the least painful part of my body because I had special cream for my face. It's not the parts you think because I was wearing a bathing suit. But you know, I'm cooked.
He's cooked.
This is the first time I burn like this. Like I'm usually the guy at the beach that's like, yo, you gotta put your fucking SPF 90 on. I'm usually the grandma at the beach, but yeah,
the wind
usually
got you. The wind got you, man.
Oh fuck, and the cold ass water too, dude. I don't know. Anyways, today on the show. Today, we'll do a little weekend recap. It's looking good, boys. It's looking good. Weekend recap, a lot of news. Let's talk about the markets. I mean, Circle, damn! More IPOs on the way for sure. Plasma, $500 million, dude. Oh my God, dude. That's insane. Some more news everywhere. So let's talk markets. The market's, you know, very, very, very hot. Let's put it that way. Some would say red hot. Farouk red hot. That's what I would say. Not Farouk red candles, but then Farouk red hot. In terms of the market, Tyler's top 100, top news, all that good stuff. I'm sure he's got a lot to cover with us today. And then a giveaway, FOMO hour, the code yeet.com. We'll give you a code during the show, and make sure you sign up using the FOMO hour sign up code, and make sure your account is public, please, so that we can pick you. But also that you have at least placed a bet on the platform in order to be eligible, or else the same people are going to win every weekend. Good for them. But make sure that you do that if you want to have a chance to win a prize that we give away every single day on this show. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect is a connectivity network shaping the future of on-chain UX. If you've connected to Web3 app, you've seen Wallet Connect. That blue logo, it's everywhere. An icon of trust in crypto is recognizable as Visa at checkout. Want to learn more? Follow Wallet Connect on X and Telegram to stay ahead of what's next. But also, we picked up a new rolling sponsor here on the show. Love to see that. Kraken Pro, baby. They're so back. Shout out to Kraken Pro. So with Kraken Pro, you get full control over your layout. Drag, drop any module, customize it all. It's clean, it's smooth, and built for real traders. If you trade pro crypto, check it out. pro.kraken.com. Trade without trade-offs. There you go. Mando. Damn, I love that Kraken's back. I use Kraken. all the time. It's my only exchange. I really fuck with them, so I'm really happy they're back with us. Anyways, Mando, up to you.
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
GM, everyone. We've had a decent day, it feels like. It was shaping up to be a bit of an uneventful weekend, and then Bitcoin started to edge higher, and then this morning it edged all the way up to, where is it right now? Like 108K nearly?
I haven't even refreshed it yet. 107.4.
107.4. So decent level. Bitcoin dominance is up very marginally, but this has just been, there's been a decent rally across the board in altcoins too. There wasn't really any like amazing news over the weekend. Like we'd obviously had that big sell-off because of Elon versus Trump, seemingly.
Which made no sense, by the way.
Yeah. And then, but we seem to have reversed all of that now and seem to be heading a little bit higher. There were some like trend lines that seem to have been broken on Bitcoin, which people get bullish. We're getting bullish about, including James Wynn. But all I've really seen is
big game James.
It's just more Bitcoin treasury news, and yeah, just a continual stream of people coming in to buy Bitcoin. We've seen on the ETFs, it's been a bit more measured, less inflows into ETFs. ETH's definitely been the stronger for the ETFs, but it definitely feels like crypto. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's falling out of bed here with the amount of people coming in saying they're going to buy. The big news today, in a more, I wouldn't say micro basis, but on smaller projects, you have Plasma, which is this very oversubscribed ICO that's coming out. I think it just came out, right? Is that right, Tyler?
It just happened.
It was the pre-deposits to get you to the ICO.
Wow.
So you had to deposit today to get access. And
wow. Okay. So they just smashed through it.
Yeah, it sold out in the first block, actually.
Huh.
Yeah, indeed.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So this
It's
is a good
ICO
sign.
season, boys.
Yeah, this is
Mm-hmm.
this is Kobe's platform, obviously Sonar, which is doing this. And it feels like we're going to see a ton more on the back of this, right?
Oh yeah.
Feels like ICO season is definitely back.
And people thought there wouldn't be an altcoin season. Let me tell you, brother. I got news for you. This is literally insane. Look at this. $500 million public sale.
In seconds.
That's a little misleading. So basically, so what happened is Plasma Foundation, they opened up deposits. It's going to be a stablecoin blockchain with yield and all that. So you're depositing stables, 40-day lockup. Based on how much you deposited, you get pro-rata access to the ICO, raising 50 million of 500 million FTV.
Got it. I see. Yeah. Just to be very clear, the sale's not happened yet. Status will never change. Be full stop. Okay. That's good. That's good to know. Anyways, market-wise, I mean, Mando, we're looking good, right? 107K Bitcoin. We had a big close yesterday.
We're looking good. I would say that ICO thing is pretty bullish. Seeing some crazy things. Someone paid 43 ETH in gas fees to successfully deposit 10 million USDC into Plasma. He will pay $100,000 to put money on Plasma.
It's so bullish.
Insane. And I don't know. That Meta is an interesting one if it comes back. Definitely interesting one if it comes back.
Yeah, we managed to close the week green too. Like that's crazy because it was looking quite red last week.
Yeah, I feel like Bitcoin's gonna have another run at all-time high this week.
Yeah,
that's my gut.
Yeah, for sure.
Macro-wise, we have CPI, we have PPI, which are both inflation metrics. The main thing is that the 10-year and 30-year continue to go higher. We're hitting the highs since the financial crisis now on some of these bond yields. So nothing's broken yet, but that remains a little bit of a worry, I would say. But the market isn't really reacting like it's worried too much. Yeah, we have stocks slightly higher again today. Stocks are at their highest level since February. We're close to all-time highs again across the board.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So these high bond yields haven't really affected much. Tesla's down a little bit again today. In that back and forth, it seems the Washington Post ran a story that, well, Steve Bannon said that they'd actually gone to a fight, Besant and
I saw Tyler talk about that.
It was pretty wild. But Trump basically said, I'm done with Elon as well again over the weekend. There's nothing more to say. So,
and Elon deleted all his tweets and is now supporting Trump again, seemingly. He fucked up.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get into a fight with the president of the United States. Let's put it that way.
There's richest man in the world, but then there's more powerful man in the world. And, you know, whether Elon is right or wrong about the bill doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you don't publicly beef with the president of the United States of America.
Yeah. Power is power.
Power is power. I think, ladies and gentlemen, you got a lesson last week in powernomics. You know, you don't fuck with power. You know, so anyways, all right. So you said there's some data coming, PPI, all that stuff. Is that this week, Tomato? Is that something?
That's this week. It's not a small week for data. We have some stuff that could move the market a little bit. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
All right, perfect. Well, good. That's good on the market side. Look, we have a heavy news day. So Tyler, we'll just go to you right now and have a couple conversations about Plasma, Circle, on the other stuff because there's a lot going on.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis. Tyler T on FOMO hour calls the kids can't miss.
Ready to bash some barriers. Yeah, folks, crypto majors green and running this morning amidst U.S.-China trade talks ongoing. Bitcoin up 2%, 107.5. ETH up 1%, 25.30. Sol hanging out. Where's Sol? 154. We had the ETH ETFs 15-day inflow streak through Friday, 837 million in net inflows across that time. So that's a pretty strong streak right there, especially amidst some weakness on the Bitcoin side of things. Saylor, he's back. He announced that they bought 110 million in Bitcoin in the past week, including some weekend buys. He doesn't always go into the weekend, so that was interesting to see. In other headlines, we had the Trump team come out and say their Trump wallet has been shelved. Eric Trump confirmed the official Trump meme coin wallet will not launch due to a branding clash with World Liberty Fi. He also announced some support for that Trump meme coin. Saw a brief pump, but it wasn't super long lasting. Gemini confidentially filed for an IPO following that Circle IPO success. Speaking of Circle, that stock up another 15% today. It's sitting at 123. I think it touched 133 this morning. So it just continues to grind up, now well over $20 billion market cap. We had X, Twitter, announces joining forces with Polymarket as official prediction market partner. So you're going to see a whole lot more predictions on your timeline. That was a big one on Friday. In the Senate and House committees rapidly advancing the stablecoin bill and market structure bill. Key markups expected in this next week. In token airdrop and protocol news, Plasma, as we just talked about, they opened up their deposits this morning. 500 million raised in 2 minutes, first block ahead of their upcoming Sonar sale. Pump Fund, more reports are coming out that they are considering doing revenue share with token holders along with a 10% airdrop to users. That first report did not include airdrop. So now it looks like the airdrop might be in the mix. Again, still just rumors. Skate token that went live for Kaido yappers and stakers this morning. And then Redcoin opened up that REC claim. I haven't done the math yet. I believe that the REC tokens paid for the drinks in full once again.
Ooh.
Love to see that. Rounding this out, AI was up 5% to 10 billion, I think largely on the back of Farcoin and virtuals in green on the day. Memes were very green. SPX up 12%, Farcoin up 12%, kind of leading the way right now for the majors. We had tokens like this. Mixi token was up 60% to 80 million. Launchcoin, I think this is a big story. Look, we are seeing a bit of a rotation from the new meme coin trenches back to some of the more like products. ICM, Launchcoin back to 200 million. Several of the Believe app ecosystem tokens were big runners this weekend. And then Stars Arena over on AVAX. This thing's back up to 240 million. I saw that. Basically a 3x in the past week. So big movement there. And NFTs, just rounding this out. Majors kind of just chopping, declining a little bit. Bad Buns up 100% on the week. And then Project Aeon, the NFTs tied to SBX, up 70%. They're the top 10 on the week. And then some Ape Chain NFT action. I think OpenSea opened up a quest for folks to buy Ape Chain NFT to get rewards. And several of their NFTs pumped on the back of that. So that is the roundup.
Ape Chain NFTs. So where do we even start? Because there's a lot of stuff I'm going to talk to you guys about here, whether it's the Poly news, whether it's Launchcoin, some meme coin action, Circle. I mean, I guess we should start with Circle because we really covered that extensively on the show last week. ChatGPT undefeated. That I saw we posted another clip of us asking ChatGPT what to do with the strong buy signal. I mean, boys, this is like nearly a 4x from open. What is two questions? The success is incredible. My question mostly is, are we going to see this happen more often this successfully? Because now everyone's going to want an IPO.
It's a massive success. I do think we're going to see a lot more IPOs. We've already seen Gemini file. I think the warning out there, the soft warning, is that you probably shouldn't expect Circle-like gains for all the upcoming IPOs. I think this was kind of a unicorn launch. It was the first real crypto IPO, since Coinbase. It had the stablecoin narrative, had a good US regulatory setup, and just in a bullish crypto market as well. And it was very unexpected, right? I mean, a lot of CT was caught off sides. I whiffed on this trade. I thought it was overvalued at 6 or 7 billion. It got all over my face. Now it's 300% higher. But the next one, people won't get caught off guard, right? So I think it'll be a different setup. You're gonna have to evaluate all of them individually. But I think it's clear that we're going to see more of this. Now there's this kind of running narrative on crypto Twitter that people are going to leave crypto to go back to stocks. I'm not buying that.
This is like the most insane bottom signal in the history of bottom signals in crypto, I think. Like influencers are buying stocks now.
Yeah, feels a little bad.
Man, I see you smirking here. Like, what do you agree? Like, this is so funny to me, right?
Yeah, cool. We come full circle back to stonks. I feel like this is I wouldn't overplay this necessarily. Like, I do think this is slightly a bubble within itself. Mm-hmm. Like the whole reverse SPAC into crypto treasury, I think will get old and could turn, particularly for things that aren't Bitcoin, let's say, or maybe ETH as well. And then I see this, and I think Circle has a very unique narrative in that it is just purely a stablecoin. It's purely a stablecoin. We've seen Kraken IPOing. I don't think it's going to be some incredible trade. Like Coinbase, if you want to own Kraken, you can own Coinbase. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's a unique trade. Whereas I think Circle has a unique trade for it. Or Gemini, like, what's its pitch going to be? Like, oh, we're another exchange. We're slightly smaller. I feel as though the reason why Circle is trading at such a high multiple is because of that. So I think we will see a bunch of them IPO, but do not expect the same sort of performance as Circle's here, because Circle, I think, just has that stablecoin narrative that none of the others do. You could maybe argue like Ripple would command a really high multiple, but I think the main thing is, like, look at Coinbase stock. Coinbase stock hasn't really like soared.
Let's have a look at that. I haven't looked in a while. I mean, it had an incredible cycle thus far, right? Let's see. It went all the way down to like sub 100 at some point. Okay, so 253. Yeah, it's back from quite the dip, though, right? Let's see the weekly.
It's not doing terribly. My point is that it's not doing what Circle just did. It's not like we can't have, like, everyone's desperate for crypto exposure. Like, Coinbase it's rebounded from 160 to 250, but it's still comfortably below. Yeah. It was 350.
Yeah, I mean, they opened too big, right? Like, I like how Circle, like, they were getting some slack day one, Mando, saying, "Oh, you could have opened bigger." I think Tyler, you covered that. But I think this is a situation where like everybody ate.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think I think I'd be careful. Like if you, for the people who are gonna chase these, like I wonder, like I still rather own Bitcoin, Ether, Solana, let's say, than most up and coming IPOs, unless I were to buy them pre-IPO. You know what I mean?
Well, I think pre-IPO is the trade for a lot of these, right? And I think,
but the average person doesn't have that. Yeah,
you have to compare them to everything else. And like whenever the pitch is, it's free money, everyone rush there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It normally doesn't last that long. Like it just doesn't last that long. Like you've normally got like a month or two of that. So maybe we will start to see like everyone try an IPO. But I think only ones with very unique narratives can maybe command this sort of like this sort of premium. I don't think this IPO is going to do a 3x off the break, for example, or otherwise Coinbase would be ripping, right?
I don't see why Gemini would do that. I don't think they have enough demand on the market for that.
Let's also not forget, like part of the Circle price action. A lot of the IPO investors effectively are told not to sell for the first 60 days.
Oh,
like Robinhood gave that message out.
Got it. Got it.
Users. So perhaps a little bit less sell pressure. I don't know. Like I'm respecting the pump. I think it very likely could go higher from here. But let's not forget, like Circle has a lot of competition. Like Deutsche Bank came out this weekend and said they're evaluating doing their own stablecoin.
Yeah.
We know this is a competitive space.
Yeah.
Is that cup and handle?
Such an idiot. I'll show you a cup and handle. You want me to show you a cup and handle, Mando?
Yeah. Farcoin?
Let me show you a cup and handle, Mando.
Enter my bags. There we go. Oh, cup and handle.
I'm sorry, but is this not a cup and handle? I'll show you a cup and handle, Mando. You want me to show you another cup and handle?
This is the cup and handle.
This is the cup and handle, but can I show you another cup and handle?
That's a handle, right? Because it's flat.
Yeah. Oh, let me show you another one.
The handles would be pretty flat.
Oh yeah, I can show you another one here too.
Is that like a cup to you though? That looks that if someone served me that, I'd be like, wow.
Well, there's different type of cups, right? There's some that are like made in like England, there's some that are made in like Portugal, or some made in the USA. So all sorts of different.
That's a Portuguese cup, is what we're saying.
The Farcoin one is looking better and better. I mean, it's finally starting to go. So I'm curious when Coinbase is gonna start trading here. But anyways, Tyler, what else do you got for us today? You were talking about Launchcoin. So tell us more about the Launchcoin eco. Like this is looking good.
Please. Yeah, I think this is somewhat surprising to a lot of folks. So I'll give some firsthand perspective. I was the last soldier, like the Japanese soldier on the island. I traded some pure memes on Solana last week after the pump fund announcement and just got absolutely wrecked, just totally destroyed. And like I'm seeing, like then we saw the Elon, the America Party fiasco that played out. What was that, Friday into Saturday?
Yeah.
$85 million in combined volume across these two PvP tokens, and none of them got past 3 million. Which just goes to show you that, like,
whoa,
that is an unplayable game.
I've seen some of these takes on the timeline. Like, people are fucking annoyed at the moment, aren't they? Like, they're just like, stop with the PvP. Like, let's just at least have one fucking coin that wins.
That was a pretty good setup to have at least a night runner. Like, Elon comes out with a new political party, and then you get one called America Party and one called the America Party, and then they just battle each other. And then
it's so insane. There's no point playing that game.
So what's happening though is whether it is worthwhile or not, a rotation to the Believe ecosystem. So I mean, several of the eco tokens are up substantially off the bottom.
Wow, this is impressive.
It hit like 110, I think, so it's up 2x.
Wow.
This CLED token hit 30 million, 35 over the weekend. It's at 24 right now. It's down a bit. There's been several in like the $1 to $2 million range that have seen like 3 to 4x's. So there's some action. Like this feels like more of where the action is now than just pure like, okay, here's a funny new meme of the day. Let's trade it for a few hours. Like that feels like it's over temporarily. I don't think it's over forever. But until like something changes, until the PVP changes, and perhaps until Pump Fund token comes out, it feels like the pure meme play is over for a little bit. Also, could be rotation back to the more established ones.
Yep.
So like we saw SPX up 35% of the week. Farcoin, of course, grinding up with a huge potential week ahead if we think we're going to get Coinbase. And the SPX chart is arguably one of the best charts.
Damn.
Yeah, SPX is wild. Pay attention.
Wow. Uh-oh. Mando's telling you to pay attention. Be careful, everyone. Famous last words.
He told us to buy ETH. I once again didn't do it, and I just bought SPX down the street.
Hey, this is a good ETH beta. Pepe also bounced pretty well off the lows here, back at $5 billion.
Moss so it's a nice setup for the established ones, right? So you've got less daily competition.
Virtual too.
Not everyone. I feel like the Launchcoin is a very divisive / hated rally. So you've got a huge section of the market just not going to touch those tokens. At least for the near future, which I think makes them interesting, but it also helps the more established ones. So it's going to be interesting what happens if we see Bitcoin go to all-time high this week. What else is going along with it? I think it's SPX and Farcoin. I think it's probably hype.
Yeah, what's Hyperliquid at right now? Like 36?
Yeah, it's grinding back up.
37. Wow, man. Wow, what a trade, eh? This it's gonna go through price discovery at some point again, right? Once it breaks above that.
Yeah, if it breaks above 40, people are gonna get pretty excited, I think.
Huh.
The other one, flying perhaps under the radar, the Arena, Stars Arena.
Dude, I saw that.
Arena token. It's up 240 million FTV.
So what pushed that? These guys are cooking. I met the founder in DC actually.
So they just continued to build through a pretty long bear market. They've got their own. So like they are becoming an everything app, right? It started SocialFi, but now it is a bona fide trading app. They've got like a trenches section. They've got a wallet in their portal. So you can do all this. And I think some of their trenches tokens have started to have some success. So there's been a little bit of an AVAX meme season here as well. I'm not in the weeds on that, so I can't really speak to which tokens that have been doing well. But it seems to be propelling Arena quite a bit.
Wow. This is impressive. Mando, you're in the Arena trying things? Yo, what's with Chamath talking about the size of his dick?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
It's hard to show up to X and not see the Chamath tweets because everyone just
like this guy's talking of his own cock as like an anaconda. Do you guys see that? He goes like, this is like that got lost in between like Trump and Elon fallout and then all of the stuff like, you know, because you said Arena and you remember he's like in the Arena trying things, doing things, whatever. So that made me think of Chamath. Someone's saying like hell of a transition. Yeah, money definitely can buy aura, but he goes, I'll bet your entire net worth X10. The anaconda is the worst kept secret of the Silicon Valley.
Worst kept secret. That's
a strange message.
Right, guys? It's a little weird, no?
He has this knack of taking these situations and making them about him. Like this was during like the whole Trump versus Elon thing.
Yeah.
And then Chamath came in. Like, what about me? Let's talk about my fish deck.
I didn't watch all of it weekend. Did they talk about Trump versus Elon?
Who? No, I don't know. I don't watch.
I think they didn't air their episode this week.
Wow.
Well, because this guy's talking about his anaconda on the timeline.
Oh, I want to
I'm
watch
pretty sure.
this.
He goes, I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you say it again? And then Nikita Beer like ratioed him like really badly too. So like a lot of people got involved in this. He goes, is that the money you stole from middle class Americans in pump and dump schemes?
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, it's if you look up Chamath on Twitter X, it's pretty wild.
I
Anyways.
gotta run.
See you, Mando. Anyway, I just saw it. I had to bring it there because this timeline has been insane, Tyler. Anyway, but I do want to shout out the virtual Eco 2 is doing good. SPX and its little ecosystems doing good. Eco meaning like its holders, community is doing good. Farcoin's back up, which is really good. 114. Wow, it's pumping hard as we're speaking.
Ooh.
Farcoin's doing good again. So that's like outperforming as well with SPX. Launchcoin's doing good. Shout out to Rect after another airdrop today to the shipwrecked holders. Once again, it's not the first time that Rect pumps in the airdrop day, by the way, which is doing good again. So love to see that. Pepe's back above 5 billion. Mog bottom pretty well. Hopefully they catch a good bid here. Like we're like seeing some good like hyper liquids in a good position here at $37. You have Solana that hopefully bottom in the 140 mark, Tyler. We could see a good pump here. Like we like Bitcoin's about to hit all-time high again. Ethereum hopefully catches more of a bid here. Like it bounced pretty well, but I would love to see it back at $3,000 personally speaking to get like turbo bullish again. Like we're starting to see like I don't know, like I know some people were scared by like a week-long fake out here, Tyler, but y'all gotta be a little more patient, man. Like we dumped on May 29th. Then we dumped harder May 30, 31st, right? We dumped harder into the monthly close. But we still managed to like close the next weekly after that green. Like, and then we went to 100K, Tyler? Maybe quick, tiny flash wick to 98, 99K. But people gotta be more patient, Ty. Like, why? You and I are patient. We just wait. But man,
how much more reinforcement do you need? This last dip to 100K got bought up in 12 hours.
Maybe less.
The dips are getting shallower and shallower.
Shorter and shorter.
Bob's saying we're the first day of a new 60-day cycle. He thinks we're going.
Well, he nailed. If this plays out, Bob nailed it. There it is. Getting spicy. So this was the original call. You and I both. It's funny. We both have notifications on for Bob. I can tell. So here he goes calling for this, which then specifically then happens right, like right there, boom, right. Shout out to Bob Lucas. We should get Bob Lucas on the show once, just do some TA and stuff. But anyways, so this happens. He says he wants to see run below 100K, which I believe we quickly tapped that even after he posted that, like 100 or 98. I don't know what we went to, Tyler. I haven't been paying attention. I don't care anymore.
105 is what I saw, but basically 100.
I'm all in the market, so I'm not looking. Like I can't buy the dips, and I'm not. I don't care. Like I'm good. So we went to here on our Nance, which has the most, I guess. We kissed 100, so exactly 100. And this is the start of a new 60-day cycle, dude. So he's calling for 120 next.
I think it's 120 next. To me, it's just a matter of when. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's this week. I feel like we're just one announcement away. This all feels like a powder keg.
So what kind of announcement though, Tyler? Because we have a lot of good announcements every day, Ty. It's like, what kind of announcement sends you to 120? Or let's say even 112, 14, right?
Thank you for asking. I've got a couple off the top of my head.
Okay, let's go.
So one, the continued rumors of no capital gains tax on crypto.
Okay.
Don't know the merit behind these. But if Trump was to come out and say that, I think we rocket straight to 120K.
Okay.
Back of that announcement. And then Bo Hines, I saw an interview circling from this weekend where he said, and I hadn't seen him go this far yet in an interview, that the government is effectively evaluating hundreds of ways to accumulate Bitcoin. That's the path they're going to take, but they're not going to, using Bo's words, poison the well and share the details of how they're going to do it until it's done.
No, you can't, or else China, Russia, all the other states are going to start doing the same thing.
And he pointed to mining. He pointed to these bit bonds. So they've got a few different options. And of course, there are several. it's becoming increasingly clear to me that that the U.S. is doing it, or perhaps already is in some capacity. And as soon as that is revealed, that's another powder keg announcement that just rockets us up. And that's just two. I think there's likely others, potentially like sovereign wealth funds, nation states. Perhaps good news out of the Fed. So there's a few different ways we could do it. Am I going to bet on 120K this week? I would need some.
Yeah.
And we have the M2 chart. The M2 chart says it's coming.
Well, we haven't looked at the M2 chart in a minute. Okay, 2 hours ago. Okay, someone posted 2 hours ago. Hold on. Am I sharing my screen? I'm not, right? Hold on. Sorry, I thought I was. Hold on. I forgot. I looked at the M2 chart when I was like down bad because I was like, fuck, like Farcoin just dropped like 40%. And that's all. Oh, okay. Well, no, M2 chart is like Bob Lucas, bro. We're looking into end of June.
Is that
Bob
where
Lucas also? Yeah, look, you see here, if you go straight down, it's around like third week here. And Bob Lucas was quite aligned, by the way.
Yeah, but we're front running a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, brother, this week, in 2 weeks, I'm good.
2 weeks is more likely than this week, probably. But I think it's a matter of when and not if at this point.
Ooh, strong statement. I'm here.
Also, another big buyer, right? That's another potential catalyst. So we were like, how many corporate treasury announcements we've had? We've had them every week. Like if another huge one comes down the pipe, like that could do it. So it's a nice setup.
Yeah, dude, we're looking really fucking good, Ty. We're looking good. Anything else?
We should talk about the Polymarket news.
We should. I mean, we quickly glossed over it on Friday. Was it Friday? Because it dropped during the end of the show quickly. But please go ahead and I'll share my screen.
Yeah, so X officially partnered with Polymarket. They've named it their exclusive prediction market provider. It's going to allow them to surface real-time Polymarket odds driven by crypto wagers, notably, to appear in trending posts, I think particularly related to politics, current events, elections. It's going to be powered by Grok, which will help surface these different forecasts and markets. As I understand it, there won't be bets being able to be placed directly in-app yet, but that is perhaps coming. And I think another aspect of this, the product team said this is the first of several integrations and unique experiences. So it looks like this is the start of a longer-term journey. Super bullish for Polymarket, but bullish for all the prediction markets.
Yeah, very.
It's just normal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, first and foremost, like I believe that X needs to launch payments and maybe their own stable at some point before launching this, like any embedded live Polymarket agent. And we know that X payments is on the way because I think Linda Yaccarino, the CEO of X, and Elon have touted it a weeks ago. So that's first and foremost, right? I don't, because I was thinking about it. We talked, obviously, like that was chatter with me and my executives, like right as soon as this dropped. Second of all, I was asked a lot by friends and holders and people, invested in us and everything, saying, yo, like, is this good or bad for you? And to me, I had time to think about it since the news on Friday. My first thought was like, oh, this is bullish. My second thought is still this is extremely bullish because this just expands the TAM. I mean, I kind of alluded to that with you on the timeline when you posted about it like yesterday or something. But like this expands prediction market contracts and prediction markets as a whole to a whole new like set of people. And prediction markets are just going bigger and bigger. So I think it's great. I think it's awesome that Chain is pushing through. It looks like they were kind of losing to Kalshi in terms of attention and mindshare a lot lately, right? Like Kalshi's got Robinhood, Kalshi got a lot of different deals. Kalshi came out on Bloomberg with the fact that X would partner with them. That article got taken down and the tweet, and Polymarket came out with X joining forces as their official prediction market partner. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes in terms of shenanigans, but it seems like there's that. And for the Myriad side, it's great, man. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff going on ourselves. We're expanding. So today, we announced it Friday, but Friday is not great for announcements. So I posted it today, personally speaking. But we launched a Telegram alerts channel for Myriad Markets, which allows you to get the markets first. So actually, little alpha for people. I think someone's got to check, but I'm pretty sure the markets get picked up by the Telegram before the website. So there's your edge for people who want to join. Yeah. I'm gonna pin it to the top of Twitter Spaces, but you guys should join because also, anyways, we're gonna make it soon that you have to get in the Telegram channel to win the Yeet giveaways.
Yeah, I want to explain why that's important quickly for folks who may not be as deeply experienced in prediction markets but are interested in them. If when you are early to a market, you have a chance to kind of get in before perhaps an equilibrium is set. So, like, let's say the team launches the market at 50-50, but bettors think it's going to be 65-35, right? Like if you see it on the gun, you've got that first chance to get in there and perhaps on a juicy side where you can get a quick 20-30% gain in your position before you reach that equilibrium. So it pays to be early.
It definitely pays to be early, like you said. But anyways, I think it's super bullish. I invited everyone to join the Telegram. I paid the Twitter Spaces. Right now, it's at the top. It does pay to be early. I know a few people that have notifications on for the tweets and stuff, but this is like, is it sharing my Telegram account now? Yeah. So here's my Telegram, and it's this. And so you have all the markets like going live and it sends you notifications. Like right now we have the NYC temperature above 76 degrees Fahrenheit on June 10th. So we've been doing all these little flash markets, Tyler, lately. And so, you know, this is everything today. And so they've just been running nonstop. So highly encourage people to pay attention to that. Just quick thing. If you want to win the Yeet giveaway, join the Telegram channel, and the code for rafflebot.xyz is Kraken today. Shout out to our new rolling sponsor here on the show on FOMO, where we love Kraken. I actually got to load up, prepare the charts so I can start sharing those charts on the show. And actually, they're very nice, very clean, very smooth. Kraken, Kraken. Kraken is the code today if you want to have a chance to come and win some money. Tyler, was there anything that we missed?
That was the big ones. I mean, I think that the pump fund, again, this isn't news as much as it's rumors.
So tell me more about the rumor.
The latest report is that they are considering both revenue share. So I don't know if that's going to be via token buybacks, along with 10% airdrop to users. So I think that was some of the very initial reaction FUD to the announcement was that there was no airdrop, so that they're going to fix that. And then the revenue share was a key one that I think, folks, we talked about on this show. We thought that was coming, but this looks like a little bit more confirmation than it is. We also got the supply. It looks like they're considering a 1 trillion token supply, which would put that pump token at 0.004 for that initial sale. So some nice unit bias, which is also notably different than the unit bias for those pump tokens, because those are on 1 billion supply. So pump token, 1 trillion supply. What if it goes to $1? We saw the demand for plasma today. Anyone who thinks this, forget your thought that this pump token is not going to sell out. Like if you have any creeping doubt in your mind that they're not going to sell it out, they're going to sell it out. Plasma doesn't even have a working product yet. And pumps made $700 million in the last year. So it's going to sell out. It's a matter of how fast and then what other terms are we going to get so we can start projecting out where we think it goes afterwards. But with the speed of new details coming out, it makes me think that this thing actually is close. I feel like we'll probably get it in the next couple of weeks.
The pump one?
Yeah.
It's coming. It's got to be coming. This is hot. Like we're hot. It's just something. Also, you know what though? This could be what like brings a fuck ton of liquidity to the market in the summer. I will take the and by the way, you were right, but I will take the anti-CT take any time of day. Everyone's like, oh, there's gonna be a liquidity black hole last week. And look at the fucking market now. Bitcoin's about to hit all-time high again. You know what I mean? If you counter traded CT last week when they dumped on the news, like Farcoin went to 800 mil, Tyler. You know, so if you counter traded that, you're up enormous today.
And like, let's just get a reality check. I think plasma is a good reality check of how these. So this was not a direct pre-sale; it was a stablecoin deposit to get you access to an ICO. But the top 84 wallets contributed 450 million of the 500 million. So there's your data point. The whales are providing massive amounts of capital for these. It doesn't mean that the minnows can't get in and still get in on the trade. But how that relates to pump fund is it's not the trench warriors who are going to be funding 84% or 90% of the pump token presale, right? It's going to be whales who likely weren't deploying capital into the meme market anyway. Or funds who want to get exposure to memes, but they can't underwrite individual memes. Like that's not a game they're allowed to play, but they could play on protocol. And then when you get the airdrop component, to your point, now it can become a liquidity influx.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're gonna make a fuck ton. This is gonna make a fuck ton of money for the space in general. And I think it's going to work out pretty well. And I think everybody here is going to win. I don't know.
It's going to be June.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong this time around with this. We've been quite right, you mean Mando, this cycle so far, especially this year. So I think this is going to be quite good. Anyways, let's give the money away, though we were short, I think, a little bit in the fucking ETH account again. Fuck. Where's Mando?
Claim the referrals.
But are you going to keep track of that?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Just note the number for me.
I'll take a screenshot before I claim it. Or I can just front it like it's Friday. Did I get paid, Sims?
I'll check. But you can do that as well.
I don't think I did. Hold on. Oh, it's in USDT. I don't have USDT. 1 second. Is Mando alive? Is he around? I know he's hosting. Oh. Okay. Sims, I'm taking a screenshot of this. Okay, so you could run the referrals on USDT, Sims.
Not sure. Just you can switch the number at the top though, can't you?
Okay, so let me see. Claim now. One second, everyone. Claiming. Guys, I found banger bagels out here. Come on. Let's see. Why is it taking forever? One second, Sims. This is slow. Okay, it claimed it in USDT. We're good. We have the money. You can run it.
All right.
Leave. Oh, new person. Levo. Okay. Let's go. Levo. What up? Go. All right, Levo. Let me get the other phone. I forget that. Oh, it's buggy. Oh, I see him. Label. Work hard, play hard, ticker sign, lock in. Ooh, lock it. Look at that. You were talking about that last week, Tyler. All right. What up, Label? How you doing?
I'm really great, man.
All right. Label, are you watching us on video or are you just on audio?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, so let's play. What do we do? Lamb chop or risky click, lads? What do we want today? What are you feeling like, Tyler?
Lamb chop is kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Label, do you know the rules of lamb chop?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically just TLDR. I'm sure you know that, but first of all, congrats. You won $500. So no matter what, you just won $500. Congratulations. So you'll go home with that. Second of all, we're going to play for you. So you get two $250 rounds. Are we doing, guys, that one of them has to be hard, the other easy, or are we just going
Nah,
with
do it all easy.
Okay, do it. Well, he picks. He gets to pick. So Liebel, do you want us to play land shop for you on easy, medium, hard, very hard, or death wish?
Let's start with easy.
Okay, let's start with easy. All right, let's go, baby. Good luck. $268. You want to go for 297?
Yeah, cool.
290. Bidding. Oh wow.
Oh.
Brutal. All right. Well, you get one more shot at $250. You want to go easy, medium, hard, very hard, or death wish?
Easy one more.
That was a brutal one. I'm not gonna lie. All right, 268.
Go.
Yeah, let's go. 297.
Go.
Easy. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Bro. Ooh. Easy. Keep going.
Yeah.
Woo, dude, not even easy. All right, do you want to go 485?
Let's go.
This is a good board, brother. Bro. 485, you want 559?
Let's go.
Let's go. Dude, let's go. All right, do I get 652? Let's go, baby. We gonna pass those rails or what? What do you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Easy.
Hey, not a wolf in sight.
Do you want to go to the alien, baby?
Hmm.
You already made $500. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Easy. No, wait. Yes, you're good. No, is he good or not?
He's dead.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Almost.
Damn. Fuck. That was nice though. Hey, Liebel, congratulations though. Congratulations though for having the cojones to play this game all the way to the end. So you still make $500. Congratulations, my friend and sir. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the episode of FOMO Hour on Rock Radio. Let's go.